If you're a language enthusiast, then Language Simp might be one of your favorite YouTube channels. Joshua is the man behind this popular YouTube channel with 1.5 million subscribers. His story is quite interesting. In this video, I'll tell you how Joshua was unilingual until 19, how a movie started his love for languages, how he became a polyglot despite suffering from a lazy eye, and how he quit his job for YouTube. So, now let's start from the beginning. Joshua was born in 1998 in the U.S. He hails from Anchorage, Alaska, and has a predominant German ethnicity. You'll be surprised to know that this polyglot wasn't good at languages while growing up and got expelled in his 5th grade for cheating on a Punjabi grammar test. Also, up until 19, he was unilingual as he knew only English. Joshua studied for a degree in biomedical engineering with a concentration in neuroengineering. In 2019, he watched the Inglourious Bastard movie. At the time, he was in the engineering school and was a little lost as he didn't want to become an engineer. In this movie, Joshua heard numerous languages like English, French, German, and Italian. French attracted him the most as it sounded to him gorgeous, sophisticated, and luxurious. Hitherto, he didn't know that people could learn other languages to fluency as he observed that even though Spanish is taught in American schools, no one learns it to fluency, and he was surprised to see non-French natives speak fluent French and flawlessly switch between languages in Inglourious Bastard. This gave Joshua confidence that he too could learn other languages to fluency. So, from January 1st, 2019, he started learning French, and this was his first foreign language. He fell in love with learning French, and polyglots like Steve Kaufman inspired him to become a polyglot. Joshua wanted to become a YouTuber since 8, and he started publishing videos on the platform in 2010. He fell in love with YouTube after he started watching women's makeup tutorials channels like RCL Beauty 101. Then, he switched to watching Call of Duty gameplay channels like CNanners Gaming Channel before settling on language channels like Steve Kaufman, Lingo Steve. As TikTok became popular, Joshua started publishing language sketches there, and his videos became viral, and he garnered tens of millions of views and 1 million followers. Later, when he got an engineering job, he stopped working on TikTok and later decided to give YouTube a try. As Steve Kaufman inspired him to become a language YouTuber, he started Language Simp YouTube channel on January 5, 2021 and started publishing language videos on it. Joshua named his channel Language Simp, thanks to his desperation for languages and affinity for Gen Z humor. He grew up playing video games and watching them on YouTube and was an avid video game player. He borrowed the humor from the video game culture and applied it to languages on his channel, and this clicked. And as his videos started becoming popular, he quit his job and became a full-time YouTuber. Joshua earns from numerous sources like ads, membership, and sponsorships. He also accepts donations on Patreon. In addition to his primary channel, he has 2 other channels, a Russian one by the name Yazykovy Simp, which translates to Language Simp, and a French one by the name Le Simp de Langues, which also translates to the Language Simp. On both these channels, he had published just 1 video and is currently not active on them. Initially, Joshua started learning Russian by reading and using LingQ, but as he has been suffering from a lazy right eye, his eyes got stressed and hurt badly by reading, but this couldn't stop him, and he doubled down on learning Russian by wearing an eye patch on the right eye. He started using LingQ and studying mini stories for 3 hours per day and learnt Russian to a decent degree. He learns languages mainly by listening and speaking with people. Having a lazy eye means he can't read text for long. To know Joshua's complete language learning methodology, you could become his patron. He learns languages on his own by using Google Translate to learn to speak a few lighthearted phrases to make the learning process fun, and he memorizes a few phrases to get himself involved in the language. He doesn't learn languages by the formal method, as he feels the method of learning by attending classes is flawed and hinders the learning process. Joshua calls himself a hyper-polyglot Giga Chad alpha male who speaks over 50 languages fluently. He knows French, English, Spanish, Mexican, Russian, Arabic, Portuguese, Danish, Swedish, etc., and wants to learn every language in the world and have at least 10 C2 certificates. Joshua worked with a few Danes while working as an engineer, and this got him into studying Danish. Now that I've finished telling you his story, enjoy a few tidbits about him. Joshua's favorite language family is Slavic, and his favorite languages are Russian and Danish. He loves alphabets, and he recited Arabic and Russian alphabets for many hours continuously on livestream. Steve Kaufman is his idol, and he collaborated with him on YouTube. Joshua also collaborated with Wouter Cordowaner. He traveled to Canada, France, Belgium, and Switzerland. On his first day in Paris, he got robbed, and thanks to knowing French, he was able to fluently curse the robber and articulate the issue with the police officer. So, how are you inspired by Joshua's story? Please comment below. If you are into reading, I've also written his story on my website, which I'm linking in this video's description. And if you are interested in more success stories of your favorite YouTubers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.